All right, let's head on over to the Big 12. We got plenty to talk about in this conference. Just like in football, I think this is one of the most deep conferences in all of college basketball. This could be one of the best conferences in college basketball. And we both have two different ones. You have the defending national champion Kansas taking the win, and I got Baylor taking it. Both tied for fifth in the AP polls. Could go either way. I'm leaning towards Baylor to win this one. They are such a good basketball team. But honestly, what I want to focus on, Steve, is that you have Iowa State at ninth, and I have them as fifth. We're going to talk about Iowa State here in a little bit. Wink, wink, teaser, teaser. But I think this is one of those teams, if they find offensive scoring, their defense is already sold for them. They can find a way to sneak into the NCAA. What's your thoughts on why you think Kansas is there? And I see TCU sneaking up to number 2.
Well, Kansas is Kansas. I mean, they're never really rebuilding. They're never really retooling. Yes, I know they're going to lose Bill Self for 4 basically meaningless games, as a self-imposed suspension. They have a nice balance of young 5-star recruits coming in as well as returning players. You see that guy, on the graphic if you're watching on the YouTube channel. That's why Kansas wins the Big 12.
Bill Self will be not coaching against Duke. I wouldn't say all of the games are not meaningless. However, it is so early in the season that you are probably right. They won't make that big of an impact. Wouldn't be shocked to see Baylor or Kansas win this one. TCU at second over Baylor, though, is pretty interesting to me, Steve.
Yeah, Baylor just seems to be one of those star-crossed programs the last couple of years that, I mean, since they won that tournament, it just seems injuries, just things have not lined up for them. I am so high on Jamie Dixon as a basketball coach. I think he has assembled a roster not only to compete near the top of the Big 12, I think he feels that TCU can make a deep run in the tournament. So that's where I had to put them ahead of Baylor. Don't write off Texas Tech. I mean, I know you had Iowa State 5. I have Texas Tech 5. Iowa State, I had them low because I don't see where they're going to find their scoring. So that's why I had them pretty low on there. Please note, number 6 in my thing is West Virginia. Bob Huggins has said that he is more excited about coaching this team of transfers, especially JUCO transfers, than he has of any team he's ever coached. Not just at West Virginia. He's a master of mining the junior college circuits. So I have West Virginia probably inflated just based on the fact that Bob Huggins is so high on the group of young talent he's brought in.
In a conference this deep, you may not be inflated at all. This could be something that goes completely backwards like we've seen at the Big 12 in college football. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it with college basketball.